120. That's how many push-ups I was doing every day for about like 3 days. Oh, it was only a few days. But if you're like, oh, dang, you're just doing 100 push-ups a day? Yeah. But, to me, that was nothing. You know why? That's because every day, I just did 2 more. That's it. I started at 10. 2 sets of 5. In the morning, in the afternoon, or like at night. Next day, I did 6. Next day, I did 7, 8, 9, 10. Eventually, I got up to 60. And then I fell off because I started like trying to be a content man. I started learning more. I thought I was going to start getting in the gym for real. That was cap. So you know what? Now I'm on 10. You're like, what the hell? You went from 100 push-ups to 10? Well, I was inconsistent for like a brief period, but now I'm doing diamond push-ups instead of regular ones. So I just decided to restart the cycle. Let's just start over. It's a lot easier to get big goals when you break them down into small goals. And you just make that little bit of progress every day. Just that little bit of progress. You telling me you can't get down and do 5 push-ups right now? Okay. Do 4. Do 3. Do 1. Do 1 push-up right now. If you can't do 5. Tomorrow do 2. Do 3 the next. If you want to start taking cold showers, they're amazing. They give you lasting dopamine for a few hours. They make you feel like, oh man, I gotta get after it. Let me tell you this morning. This morning I was like, yo, I do not feel like taking a cold shower. And since I said that to myself, I played myself. Because I'm like, damn, now I actually have to do it. Because I've been challenging myself. When I don't feel like doing anything, that's that discipline. You gotta kick that shit in. You gotta be like, damn, that's the exact reason you're doing it now. So I'm like, shit. I was like, I kind of wanted a hot shower. I was a little cold this morning. I'm saying I wanted to warm up a little bit. Yeah. Cranked that bitch on the cold, and I hopped in there. Now I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. I did turn that junk on to warm because I wanted to. But you know what? I got in there and I started it cold. And you know what? I ended it cold too. You can do that. You don't even have to end cold. Hop in the shower, as cold as it can go. Stand there for 10 seconds. It's gonna suck. I promise it will. And then you can give yourself a warm shower. But you know what? You conquered that cold for a little bit. Tomorrow, do 15 seconds under there. Do 30. Maybe the next day, instead of doing it longer for the initial, you also end your shower cold instead of keeping it warm throughout. Eventually, after a week, 2 weeks, you're like, you know what? I'm going to conquer the whole shower cold. Now, I'm not suggesting that you turn your shower on, you get under the water, you know what I'm saying, you get wet, and then you just keep spraying yourself with cold water. That is absurd. So, turn the water off, make sure it's not on you while you're, scrubbing down and shit, because, man, if you're sitting here, actually, cold water pouring on you, for 5 minutes, yo, fucking pound it, dog. That's respect. That's respect. I'm not gonna lie. That's respect right there. I'm not doing that. That's how you can start. You want to start, making YouTube videos every day? Bruh. You see all these people with these cool edited videos, and I'm like, oh man, I can't do that. I'm not gonna get no views. Stop. Don't say that to yourself. Get your phone, put it on you. You don't even need a tripod. I have a tripod. But prop that little thing up, hit record, and then when you're done, upload it to YouTube. Now, if it sucks, because it probably will, it's your first video, or you just went off the top, you just did a one take, it probably won't be good. But that's okay. That's more than okay, actually. You know why? Because you just took action. You just took a step. You just took the first step. Most people are terrified to take that first step. I'm gonna be real. I was terrified to take that first step. My first step for real was day 1. It was committing myself to daily uploads. It was stop thinking broke. That was my first step. It wasn't my first video, Wildness Night Story Time. It wasn't go get the fuck after your dreams. Nope. Stop thinking broke was my first step. Because that is the first step to my journey of making $10,000 a month. Every day, I'm just going to post a YouTube video on self-improvement, on helping people, helping young men like us, helping anyone else who wants to be a young dream chaser, who wants to stop conforming, who wants to stop living a mindless life, who wants to stop living a life they don't love, who wants to say fuck the system, who wants to get after what they love, who wants to follow their passion. That's what I'm here for. So we can be up. I want all of us to be up. We can all eat, bro. There's so much there for the taking. There's so much there for the taking. We can all be up. And people don't understand that. People are too stuck in this scarcity mindset that there's not enough to go around. There's way too much to go around. And that's why only a few people have billions. There's so much to go around. But no one else is getting after it. So they're getting all of it. Do you want a slice of the pie or not? Because I do. I damn sure want a big slice of that pie too. So I'm putting in big action so I can get after that. But it takes small action first. It takes learning about self-improvement. It takes getting this education. It takes reprogramming your brain with words. You know what I'm saying? With wisdom from people, with education. With people who are doing things similar to you. People who you look up to. People who can provide value to you, like I am to you right now. It's all about making these little steps. Because like I said in my last video, everything is exponential. You put in that 1% every day, eventually that 1% turns into 2. That 2 turns into 4. That 4 turns into 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256. 5. I'm not gonna keep going. It keeps going higher and higher and higher because everything is exponential. Eventually that 1% is gonna take off. The asymptote is gonna go off. Don't mind my ashy elbows. Make shitty YouTube videos for a while. Eventually, after you've made like 60 shitty YouTube videos, it's gonna be like, yo, I've actually learned a few things about making videos. I think I can actually make good videos now. You know, you're gonna look at your 60th video versus your first, and you're like, oh, huh, I'm actually way better. You're gonna look at your form on day 50 when you're doing 100 push-ups. You're like, huh, I can actually do this now. You're gonna be in that cold shower, 30 seconds on you. And then you turn it off, wash up, another 30 seconds. I'm like, shit, I just conquered that bitch. It's because you worked up. It's because you started small. Small steps lead to big wins. Because most people they're not even gonna take the small steps. And if they do, they take a few small steps and then they give up because the results aren't big enough for them. They don't have the right mindset. They don't understand that everything is exponential. They don't understand that if you stick with it, eventually it's going to take off. If you just keep putting in that 1% every day, it's going to turn into 2. It's going to turn into 4. It's going to turn into 8. It's going to go off. You just have to show up every day. You have to keep showing up. Because when you show up, that's when the muse arrives. It's not the other way around. You know, typically inspiration doesn't just come out of nowhere. We all have those random moments where we're just doing absolutely nothing. The thing is, if we're doing absolutely nothing, but we're thinking, you know, maybe about our craft, our business, you know what I'm saying? For me, it's YouTube. If I'm just like taking a piss or something, but in my head, I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, damn, I gotta make a video today. What do I want to do? I got 3 ideas in my head right now. Literally. It's because I showed up. When you be deliberate about showing up, the muse comes. When you're deliberate about putting in a little bit of work every day, the results will come after. Because you're staying committed. You're staying committed to just that little bit every day. Most people are gonna fall out of the race. Because they don't wanna see that little bit of what is 1%? Oh, what is 1%? Why would you stick with 0%? Because you don't want to get 1%. How does that make any sense? Put in the work every day. Try to improve yourself every day. Try to find something every day. Try to push yourself a little harder every day. That's how you're going to win. Free self-improvement coaching and mental health calls in the description. Let's go get the fuck after our dreams. Big YDC.